think we discussed this a bit yesterday, but I wanted to run this by you again. I'm going through a lot right now. I'm going to stop by Dad's hospital at some point today to visit him. I guess he's not doing too well. I left some lunch in the fridge. Make sure to take it out and warm it up whenever you get hungry.
Got it. I'll make sure to do that. You don't really have to worry about me, you know? You've got a lot going on. I appreciate you very much, though. You do so much for me.
Sorry, I know I've been going to visit him often. I'm sorry I haven't been able to be with you at all.
Don't worry about it. I know your dad isn't doing that well. You need to be there for him as much as possible.
Yeah, he's not doing that great. It's hard seeing him like this. I keep picturing the dad I knew when I was growing up. His doctor has been saying that it's best to prepare ourselves mentally. They're not sure how long he'll last. They were saying that he's somewhat stable at the moment, but that could change at any moment.
Gosh, I don't want to hear that. In more than one way, really. I feel bad for him. He must be suffering. I know mentally he must be going through it too.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to describe it. It hurts because we can't do anything about it. As much as I want to, there's nothing that I can do.
Yeah, not being able to help out is really hard. I'm lucky that my parents are still healthy. Wasn't your dad saying that cancer runs in your family? I wonder if it runs in my family too. There's a chance that you might get cancer too at some point. Have you thought about that?
Come on, don't talk like that, especially with everything going on. Can't you tell that's rude?
Gosh, I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be insensitive or anything. It was just a joke. Don't take me so seriously. I'm just trying to brighten up your day.
What kind of joke is that? This is not the time to be joking around. Plus, there's nothing funny about something like that. You know my dad is literally on his deathbed. Just be careful what you say around me now.
Come on, calm down. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. You know I'd never want to hurt you. You've been so down in the dumps lately. I just wanted to cheer you up. I want to be here for you. But don't get all sensitive on me. We've had enough of that around here.
I'm not being all sensitive. I just don't think that you should joke around about a serious condition like cancer. You know that my dad is suffering so much now and how important he is to me.
Okay, I get it. I'm sorry. My parents are still doing surprisingly well. I'd feel better if something were to happen to them, actually.
What? What are you talking about? Why would you say something like that?
Well, because look at you now. You are always there with your father, at his side. You're doing the right thing for your father by being there with him. He needs as much support as possible now. So you'll be able to look after my parents. Best of both worlds.
It doesn't really work like that, you know? You need to be there for your parents when and if they get ill. My parents mean something very different to me than what your parents mean to me.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. Wouldn't it be natural if you'd look after my parents too? They are your parents-in-law. They've been so caring and considerate of you over the years.
You do have a point, but it's still very different.
I can't believe you're refusing to take care of them. How can you be so heartless? That hurts. It really does.
What do you mean, heartless? I'm being no such thing. I never said I wouldn't do it. I just said that it would be a good idea if you took the initiative. You need to show that you love them. Isn't that your responsibility?
No way. There's no way I could do that. I'm not built like that at all. I'd have no idea what to do. There's so much that I wouldn't be able to do. You even work at the hospital. You have the experience someone needs to take care of sick people. It's your specialty.
Well, yeah, that's technically true, but...
Oh well, it's not like we have to think about this right now. My parents are thankfully still doing good. Don't just take any of this to heart. I was just throwing it out there.
Well, okay. I guess you're right. I need to keep an open mind as well.
So, you're gonna be late again tonight, right? I'll grab some takeout dinner again tonight. Not sure what I'm feeling like yet. You should stop by your parents' house and grab something to eat with your mother.
Where do you think you'll eat out tonight?
Not sure, but probably one of the usual places. Maybe that one bar we go to a lot. They have some really good burgers.
Yeah, that's right. That actually sounds really good now. Alrighty, well, I have a few things to take care of now. Hope you have a great night and enjoy your dinner. I'll try to get home as soon as possible, though. I'm exhausted.
Great. Don't worry about it too much. Just be safe.
Just make sure you don't drink too much. I know what happens when you have one too many.
Yes, I know. Hey, Deborah. Don't worry about dinner for me tonight. Something came up again, and I'll be home late.
How come? You need to stop doing this to me.
I think I might stop by my parents' place. My mom's been worried about all you're going through. I'll let her know things are okay. She said that you're doing your best considering the situation with your dad and all. And that maybe you should spend as much time at home while your dad is still alive. It sounds like a good idea to me. I mean, we have no idea when he's gonna kick it, right?
Wait a second. What did you just say? Are you freaking serious? Why would you say something like that?
Oh, crap. I didn't mean to say it like that. Like, that's not what I meant. I just meant to say until he's all better.
How does someone make a mistake like that? You need to be careful about what you say.
Oh, come on. I didn't even mean it like that. You know I didn't. Stop being so sensitive about everything. Not everything is an attack or meant to hurt you.
You better not let those words come out of your mouth again.
Geez, you don't have to get so angry, but I get it. I'm really sorry. Hey, do you think it'd be alright for me to stay with my folks for a little bit?
Of course. Why wouldn't it be alright? You never asked permission to go visit them before. What about all your stuff? Don't you need your clothes for work?
I can stop by and pick it up on the way. There shouldn't be too much I need anyway. Or I was thinking maybe I can just go straight to work from their house. I have some of my stuff there anyway. You're going through a lot right now, so it might be better to give you some space. You won't have to worry about or even cook for me at least for a little while. Don't you think that might do you a bit of good?
Well, I guess so. I never thought about that, but I guess we can try that out.
No, that's right. Why don't you go and spend some time with your folks too? Isn't the hospital close to their house anyway? Yeah, it's definitely closer. Plus, your mother will feel a lot better with you around. You can both use the support.
I guess you're right. Thanks for thinking about me. I can't relax too much, though. I still have to get to work. Wouldn't it be weird for both of us to leave our home and just leave it without anyone there?
No, what are you talking about? There's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure to lock the doors. Plus, in times like these, family is the most important thing. We should spend time with them as much as possible. I'm sorry I haven't been able to go visit your father that often either. Please just let him know that he's in my thoughts and prayers. I think he'll appreciate that I'm thinking about him.
I'm sure he will too, but I don't know.
Alrighty, so let's do that. So for the next week, we'll both just go and stay with our folks. Are you on board with that?
I don't know if that'll work for me, actually. There's work I have to do from home, actually. I have to log in through my work computer.
Oh, okay. Then is it still okay if I go hang out with my parents?
Sure, that's fine with me. Go do your thing. You don't have to worry about me.
Alright, so let's go with that. I'm glad you're taking it so well. I'll grab my stuff from home, then head over to my parents afterwards.
Okay, sounds good.
I don't want to bother my parents or make them extra worried about anything, so don't worry about calling me while I'm there. Everything will work out the way it's supposed to. I'll do my own thing for now, and we'll see each other soon.
Okay, sounds good to me. Well, tell your parents I say hello and not to worry too much about me. I'm okay.
I definitely will. Leave that to me. They'll be glad to hear that. Hey, what you up to over there? It's been a few days since we talked.
Not much, just staying busy, trying to get through each day. How are you doing? Are you enjoying your time back home? How are your parents?
They're good, just doing the usual parent thing. It's great coming home sometimes. I don't have much to do around here.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes you deserve a rest.
How's your father doing? Is he okay? How is he holding up?
Not great. He's still in the hospital and they're running some tests to try to figure out if there's anything else they can do.
Ah, that sucks. I'm really sorry to hear that.
Thanks. I'm just really worried about him. I wish you could come with me to the hospital to visit him.
We already went over this. I don't really want to go to the hospital. It's just not my thing.
I know it's not your thing, but my dad is really important to me. He's been there for me my whole life, and I want you to be there for me now.
I understand that, but hospitals make me really uncomfortable. I just don't feel like I can do anything to help.
That's okay. You don't have to do anything. Just being there and showing support would mean a lot to me and to my dad.
I understand where you're coming from, but I just can't shake this feeling of helplessness. I don't want to go and just sit there feeling useless.
I understand how you feel, but it's not about what you can do. It's about being there for each other and supporting each other in times of need.
I know you see it that way, but for me, it's just really hard to be in a hospital. It brings back a lot of unpleasant memories from when my grandma was sick.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize that hospitals were such a trigger for you. But my dad is still your father-in-law, and he's going through a tough time right now. Can't you just try to push through your discomfort for a little while to support him and me?
I don't know if I can. It's just a really tough thing for me.
I'm trying to go to the hospital as much as possible, but it's hard to juggle that and work. My mom's having a hard time with all of this. I know that mentally she's just exhausted. She's pushing herself so much. I don't want her to faint or anything from exhaustion.
Gosh, I bet she's doing more than she should. She's strong like that. But maybe she'd be better off that way.
What?
You know, it'll be hard for her to take care of everything by herself.
What the heck did you just say? Are you actually trying to say my mom would be better off dead too?
Well, no, that's definitely not what I meant to say. But don't you think it'd be better if she actually rested instead of running around and doing too much? Wouldn't that make you feel better if you didn't have to worry about her too?
You better watch what you say. You really need to think before you speak. Did we just talk about this the other day? I never want to hear those words like that coming from you again.
Come on. All I said before was that we got no idea whether he'll get better or not. I think that's a normal thought to have for anyone, really.
I'm sure you'd change your words if your parents were the ones that were sick. You think you'd be saying the same thing then?
I have no idea. I guess we'll never know unless that happens to my parents. I just don't want to see anyone suffering. But I think if my parents were sick, I'd hope they would suffer as little as possible.
You might feel that way, but I just can't. I would never want my parents gone, no matter what. Just please, never say anything like that to me again.
Okay, I got you. You've reminded me enough. I'm trying to work around your feelings and your schedule here, you know? You think it's okay to get mad at me?
What do you mean, work around my feelings? What's that supposed to mean? And I'm not trying to be cold or mean to you at all.
Whenever we're at home, all you do is talk about your father. It's like that is all you're focusing on. Everything just seems so heavy when we're there. Anyone in my position would want to run away for a little bit. Have you ever thought about how I'm feeling?
You're the one who decided you'd go back to your parents' house? Then you turn that around and pretend like it's my fault or something?
Honestly, I was getting a little tired of being in the same room with you. I was starting to go crazy. That's why I wanted to get out of there and visit my parents. I had to get out of there. You should understand at least that much without me having to say anything. I tried talking to you about it, but you wouldn't listen.
Why would you say that? Do you know what I'm going through now?
That's exactly what I'm referring to. I can't do this. I'm gonna be staying here for good now. Even if I do go back, you're just gonna spread your negativity around again, always getting mad or annoyed at anything I say. I don't want to walk around on eggshells like that anymore. No one deserves that. Even in my own house, having to feel all tense all the time. I don't know how I put up with it for so long.
What? Wait a minute here. You know exactly what I've been going through with my dad. You said you understood and that you'd be there for me. Now you're telling me that you want nothing to do with me? None of this makes any sense.
Sorry, baby, it's permanent now. I'm ready for us to take a long break. Our discussion here just made me realize that I can't go back with you. Your father is either going to pass away or he's going to get better, and we both know that. Just because he's sick doesn't mean you can start treating your husband like crap. I put up with too much. There's no way I can go back to living with you. It's not the right thing to do. It's not the right thing for us.
What are you talking about suddenly? You never once told me about this. Are you seriously saying this now? With everything that's going on with my father?
What don't you understand? I think I'm being transparent and clear about what I'm thinking. Anyway, I've got some things to take care of now. Gotta run. I'll talk to you again later.
Wait a minute. You better answer me. We're not done yet. Will! Will, my father just passed away a few hours ago. I can't believe he's gone.
Really?
What do you mean, really? I just told you my father died, and that's all you can say?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that you're going through this.
So you flipped your script and just apologize now? You sure can turn on a dime.
But we all knew that he didn't have long to live, right? What should I have said? Why do you always turn things around like this? I didn't do anything to try and hurt you.
Never mind. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm snapping at you like this. Tomorrow we're having the funeral. I really need you to come with me to my dad's funeral. I know you weren't close, but it would mean a lot to me to have you there by my side.
What? Tomorrow? No way. You can't just tell me something all of a sudden and expect me to go. Look, I'm sorry. I really am. But I can't just drop everything and go to the funeral. I have responsibilities at work.
What are you talking about? My dad just passed away. This is a family emergency. You have to come with me to the funeral. You know, when somebody passes away, it's generally thought of as all of a sudden. How can you find an excuse for everything that's going on?
Come on, you know that I have plans and obligations too. I know, and I'm sorry, but this meeting has been scheduled for weeks and it's with the boss. I can't just blow it off.
It's my father's funeral. I need you there with me. Any way you think about this, we all know your work will give you the day off. My dad's funeral is more important than a stupid meeting at work. Can't you see that?
Come on now, you don't know that at all. I've got a lot going on. You know how important my job is to me. I worked so hard to nail that interview. For all the work to go to waste just because your father passed away? No. I can't just take the day off. That's crazy. I can't just throw away my career because of it.
I can't believe you're saying this. My dad just died and you're worried about your stupid career?
Plus, I've got no idea how to act at a funeral. It's not like I go to a funeral every day. Your father and I weren't even at all that close. I'm sure he wouldn't notice if I didn't go. There will be so many other people there. I'll pay my respects at his grave at some point, okay? I'm sorry about your dad, I really am. But I have to think about my future too.
Are you being serious right now? I can't believe what I'm reading. How can you say something like that? Fine. If you're not going to come with me, then I'll go alone.
Of course, I'm serious. Who would joke about something like this? Don't be like that. I'm sorry I can't come with you, but it doesn't mean I don't care about you or your dad. Okay, so you gotta get this through your head. I'm done arguing about this. I will not take off from work tomorrow, okay? I need you to make up some excuse to tell your mom why I can't go. She probably wouldn't like me not going at all.
I don't understand at all, but I guess I don't really have a choice. I'll go to the funeral alone and try to deal with the loss of my dad without you by my side.
I'm sorry, I really am. I wish I could just be there with you, but I just can't. I know this is a difficult time for you with your dad passing away, but I've been thinking about the inheritance. Do you know what your dad had planned for it?
No, we never really talked about it. I just assumed that everything would be split evenly between my siblings and me. Why are you bringing that up all of a sudden?
Well, I was just wondering if there might be any potential investments or business opportunities that we can consider with the inheritance.
Are you seriously thinking about that right now? My dad just passed away and all you can think about is the money?
But we're the bereaved, of course. That's important. I think I deserve something for all the support I gave you. I'm part of the family, after all. We've been through a lot together, and I should get some type of recognition for that.
Didn't you just tell me that you weren't even that close to my father, and now all you want to do is talk about money? What is going on in that head of yours?
Yo, come on now. I know this is a hard time for you, but we have to think about the long term. I should be getting at least a little of the inheritance he left behind, right? I am your husband, after all. I'm just trying to be practical.
Practical? You're being completely selfish and insensitive. My dad just passed away and all you can think about is what you're going to get out of it.
That's not fair. I'm just trying to be realistic.
Realistic? You're being completely unrealistic. This is my dad we're talking about. He's been there for me my whole life and now he's dead. You are ridiculous, and all you can think about is yourself. You're making me sick.
Oh, well, sorry if I'm just trying to figure out the best for us. But there are a few things I'd like to do with the money he leaves us, you know? Let's talk about it in more detail later, then.
Anything to do with his money is not something we'll ever talk about again. I can't believe that you, who won't even go to his funeral, are talking about something like this.
You expect me to listen to you when you're feeling all sorry for yourself? But you won't even take a second to listen to me?
What you're saying is not appropriate in the least. My father died today, and all you can talk about is money. You're completely unbelievable.
What? What did I do wrong? I'm just being prepared. I just want us to be able to have a secure future together. I can't pause when I'm sad. I have to keep going. If I can get something, I'm gonna get it.
I wouldn't give you a penny if you asked. You want money so bad, you should go out and earn it.
You shut your mouth. I'm gonna make sure of those words. You better answer me. Do not ignore me. You're home already, right? Still ignoring me?
What if I'm back home? What's it to you?
You haven't checked on top of the table, have you? I left something for you.
On a table? Do you mean the divorce papers that you tossed there? Oh, no, don't worry. I saw those.
You saw them and you didn't say anything? I guess that's to be expected from someone like you. You better move your stuff out after you file the paperwork.
Sorry if you're just figuring this out, but we've already been divorced for a few weeks.
What are you talking about? Your father's death must have made you crazier than before. How did you fill everything out and file the paper before I even served them to you?
You're an idiot. But sure, I'll play along. Yes, I filed them.
Man, you're good. Thanks for taking the initiative. You pushed me out of your life. You're the one that actually caused our breakup. I expect you to pay me alimony.
Are you joking? Alimony? Me pay you? I knew you were a piece of work, but I didn't suspect you'd go this low.
That's right. What's wrong with wanting what I rightfully deserve? If you say that your father didn't leave me anything in his will, the least you can do is divide all of our assets equally. That's the least you owe me. I'm thinking around $100,000. You can pay me in monthly installments if you like. No big deal, right?
You do understand that if anyone deserves alimony, it's going to be me, right? You have to pay alimony, not me. Understand?
What makes you think that I'd have to pay you? That's ridiculous.
You think you're pretty sly, don't you? You're going to have to pay me because it was you that caused our relationship to end. You cheated on me. Why else would I be saying this?
Me? Cheat on you? How dare you accuse me of such a thing? Where did you get such a crazy idea? What makes you so sure of yourself? Don't just make things up because you're bitter. What proof do you have? None. That's right.
Oh, okay. Well, I do have this picture of you. Want to have a look? I wonder who this girl is that's with you.
What the hell is this? Where did you get this from?
It's a picture of you cheating on me with another girl.
That's not what I meant. Why do you have this? Where did you get this?
Because I did my research, and I'm not as stupid as you think. You've always underestimated me. How else would I know? Are there any other ways that I would know? Maybe the picture magically appeared in my phone. Use your brain, Will.
You had someone following me? Why?
The day you supposedly went back to your parents' house, your mother happened to call me that same day. Must have been a coincidence. She wanted to come visit, and she was worried about me and about everything going on.
What? There's no way she called you like that.
So I asked her if you were causing her any trouble at the house. She had no clue what I was talking about. She thought I was making it up at first.
Wait, just let me explain for a second, okay?
How weird that your story didn't match up with hers. Maybe you should have checked with them first before involving them in your lie.
Why would you go out of your way to do that? You worry about other people too much.
It's not like I reached out to your mother. She's the one that called me. She was very understanding about my situation, though, and understood why I was confused about what you told me. We had no idea why you didn't actually go back to your parents. Plus, you were acting all weird lately, so I hired a detective agency to follow you around.
A detective agency? You had me followed? How dare you?
They told me that you were having all sorts of fun staying at a hotel with some chick. Sounds like you used up all of your sick days just to hang out with her. How classy.
How the hell did you know that?
Well, it's because I gave your work a call. They were pretty confused about this whole thing, too.
What the hell? Why would you do something like that?
Well, the detective was giving me so much information, he said that you didn't even go to work. You just go to that girl's house every day. So I was worried that your boss didn't know where you were, so I decided to call them. They told me that you had taken the week off for my father's funeral.
Why would you do something to embarrass me like this? Calling my work? This is none of your business. How crazy do you have to be to actually call my work?
I wonder what's more embarrassing, trying to take my father's money after he died, or trying to take the money to go and have fun with your girlfriend.
So what if that's what I wanted to do? There's nothing wrong with being honest. What's wrong with trying to get what's mine? What is wrong with you? Why do you always ruin everything?
Me? Always ruining everything? How do you always turn things around like this? What exactly do you think I did wrong? I'd like to see what's happening in that little head of yours.
You were never there for me. You only cared about your father, never for me.
And what's wrong with caring about my father? Taking care of your parents is pretty important, don't you think? Plus, you're the piece of crap going around cheating.
What did you just call me?
That's right. You're a piece of garbage. Since we've been divorced, I've been having the time of my life. I appreciate life now so much more without you. Maybe you've forgotten already that this isn't the first time you've cheated on me?
Well...
I thought that I was to blame when you did that the first time. You came to me crying and apologizing, promising to never hurt me again. I accepted your apology with one condition. Do you remember our conversation? That you'd never cheat on me again? We even signed the divorce papers then, remember? I wasn't going to do anything unless you broke your promise.
You think I remember all those little fights we had?
I see. I guess it wasn't really that important to you. Anyway, so I went and filed the papers that we had signed before, not the ones you left on the table.
But I was thinking that if you felt bad about how you were treating me, we'd be able to work things out.
What are you talking about?
I only cheated on you because of how you were treating me. I've told you so many times how that was making me feel. I didn't really want to separate or anything. I didn't think it would escalate to this.
Is that right? So, not getting any money from my father and having to pay alimony? That's not why you're changing your mind, is it? Trying to back yourself out of the corner you're in?
No way. I don't think like that.
Well, that's too bad, isn't it? I have no interest in trying to make things work with a person like you. You don't deserve me, and I deserve way more than what you can offer. In the 1,000,001 chance that you have for me to forgive you, there is 0 possibility that you'd get anything from my father's estate.
Why would you even say that? His estate should go to all of his family.
Gosh, you're such an idiot. You're really going to try argue for this again? In-laws have 0 claim to an inheritance, so maybe you'll just have to work for your living after all, just like every other person out there. Poor baby.
Come on. I wasn't serious about the other chick. I swear. We were just messing around. She means nothing to me. I was just lonely. I'll do anything to have you back. Anything. You know how much you mean to me. Come on, let's figure this out, please.
Your apology has no weight in this relationship. Let's just go our own ways and you can pay me the alimony you owe me. I'd like nothing better than to never see you again.
Oh, wait a sec, baby. Do you see how regretful I am? I even have tears in my eyes. How could you be so cold?
Right back at you. I'll never forget all the awful things you said to me about my parents or your transparent greed.
No. It was just the way that I was framing my words. You know what I really meant to say.
Whatever. So, I've already explained to your parents that we're no longer together. They came to my father's funeral, unlike you. They're good people.
Why the hell would they go to your father's funeral?
Because it's the right thing to do, especially when you're family. I showed them all of the evidence about you cheating too and explained how it wasn't the first time you did this to me. I told them that I couldn't ever forgive you for what you did, and they agreed that I should leave you.
Why would you do something so selfish? Why'd you do something to cause my parents to worry about me?
Don't blame other people for the damage you caused. You started all of this. I just explained to them the truth of what's going on about our divorce, or to rephrase, how we ended up divorced.
You're a piece of work. Why would you go out of your way to do all of this?
Maybe you don't remember this too, but you told me I should go confide in your parents if you ever cheated on me again. And that's exactly what I did, just like we agreed upon.
But why would you go to them without me?
You know, your father would have beat the crap out of you if you were there. Did you want that instead?
Well, no, but...
Oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you, but I sent all those pictures to your work, and your girlfriend's work too. No issue with that either, right?
You piece of... What the hell are you thinking?
But you had lied about where you were at to your work too, so I thought they deserved to know the truth. Remember, I said I wouldn't forgive you for what you did.
You must be joking. Why are you doing this to me?
It's you that started all this. I'm just following through. At least you'll be able to be with your side chick from now on. That's a positive.
No way, that's not what I want. I was just having some fun on the side. I just wanted some attention from you.
Wanting attention by cheating on me? That's what you're explaining to me?
Yes, well, that's not what I said. Come on, let's make this work. Wouldn't it be easier just to go back to normal?
Easier? What do you mean by that? You expected me to do all the housework by myself, even though I was making way more money than you ever did? Actually, not having to clean up after you makes my life that much easier.
But come on, I miss you already. Let's please figure this out. I'll do anything.
So you take your stuff and go live with your chick. It'll be better that way. I bet that won't work out either, though. If you contact me again, I will report you to the police. Have a great life.
Is this really happening?
I threw out all of Will's belongings that he had left in the house we were living in together and decided to move back in with my mom, at least temporarily. I had to take some time off work for a little bit, but it's for the best. My mother was a little worried about me after all I went through. Meanwhile, Will was forced to pay alimony month after month. The girlfriend resigned in embarrassment after her boss saw those naughty pictures. Will was transferred to another location in his company, someplace unwanted workers get transferred to before they eventually are let go, apparently. I'm guessing that he'll be quitting his job pretty soon. My mother and I both grieved my late father, but always with a smile, remembering what he meant to us and all the good times we had together. I'll be okay. This situation really made me appreciate family and the bonds we have. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content. See you next time!